Gary, bitter disappointment?
Yeah, I'm really disappointed and feel it hurting for the players really. I thought the effort that we put into that game, I thought the first 25 minutes TNS settled better. They caused us a few problems with an extra man in the midfield. They changed their formation for how they played last week and it caught us cold a wee bit and we had to change that. I thought after that 25 maybe 30 minutes, although we had one or two chances in that period of time, I thought the first half sort of evened itself out. But for me personally, for the second half onwards, including extra time, I thought we were the dominant team. The team that looked more likely to score, and we did miss 2 or 3 really good chances to stop the game going into penalties. And we never took them. And as when it goes to penalties, it's a lottery. And I just really feeling for the players. You know, we had a great support today. The fans, they'll be feeling it as well. You know, because they've made this journey, supported the lads great. You know, there must have been. I've seen maybe 300-400 people. Fantastic support for the fans, and the players appreciate that. But the ones I'm really hurting for, feeling for now is the players, because the effort that you can't say we never played well. The effort that they put in to lose on penalties, you know, it's very difficult to take.
Obviously, a lot of hurt and disappointment at this moment in time. But when you look back on it and the way that they finished very strongly, their strength was there in that, especially.
Yeah, I think our fitness was especially telling. You know, it's a credit to the players because, you know, TNS are full time as well. But I thought we looked a good bit stronger in the extra time and we're creating chances. And you're always worried they maybe catch you on the breakaway, but we actually limited them very little. I thought we defended quite well. I can't really remember Alan having any real saves to make. Although they had a few half chances and they hit the bar in the first half. But as I say, after the first 25-30 minutes, I felt quite comfortable. The lads continued on the good form that they've been shown in the league. There's no doubt about that. The problem today was we just failed to put the ball in the net.
And as you say, you couldn't have tried any harder with the amount of players that you had on.
You know, I've ended up 4-4-2. I've got Dylan Dobbs up top. I've got Andy Stirling wide left, Chris Kane who's a centre forward wide right, James McFadden who's a attacking players playing centre midfield. We can't really get any more attacking players on the pitch. You know, it was basically Kai and the other 5 were getting to go and attack. Because we wanted to win the game, you know, because we're conscious that when it goes into a penalty shootout, anything can happen, so better to try and be a bit braver and win the game in normal time. And we created the chances, we just couldn't take one of them, and on another day we would have and we'd been through, but that's football, you know. Now we need to pick ourselves up. We've got a long drive ahead, the players they're tired, you know, they've put a lot into that game, and we need to make sure that they're recovered and ready to go for Montrose and what's a big game for us all at the club.
Well, of course, it was like when it went to penalties, the first 4 missed.
Yeah, it's just that, and then when when they miss the first one, you think, oh, we've got a chance, and the goalie saves Dale, and then when they miss the second one, you say, right, just get this one, and we miss. And when it goes to 2-2, yeah, I think most of the fans, probably like me, would think, oh, is this going to be our day? And as I say, and then they score 3, we score 3. They score their sudden death, and then the goalie has a decent save for Andy. But there's no blame attached to anybody at penalties. You know, the lads are brave. I picked the penalty takers in that order, and I wouldn't have changed it. You know, Dylan Dobbs always go up first for us, and if we had a shootout next week, Dylan Dobbs would be up again. So, no blame attached to them or Andy. They're brave to go and take the penalties. On other days they scored them. They never. So we just have to try and dust ourselves down. But I can't. We're disappointed in there. You know, we've got a long journey to get back up the road. And I need to get the players, you know, we're out the cup and it's trying to get the positives across it. We played as well as we have in previous weeks. The disappointment is that we're out the cup, you know, if it was a league game and it would have been a draw and you'd have said another good point away from home and on you go, but the cup's all about getting in the next round, and TNS have done that and we haven't, so good luck to them. You know, I think they're a decent team that if you don't get it right can cause you problems, but as I say, after the first 30 minutes I thought we were comfortable against them.
That's where the real hurt comes from, isn't it? Because you felt you had a really good chance to get into that semi-final.
Yeah, we knew this was going to be a tough game, and we fancied ourselves that if we could get through this one, that, you know, we had as good a chance as anybody winning it. And but it wasn't to be. You know, the players are hurting, and we're all disappointed. And there wasn't a lot of talking said after the game because there wasn't really a time for it. You know, the lads' heads are doing. We've just went out a cup, and our minds we didn't deserve to be out the cup. So we've got to just try and use that and channel it in the right way. You know, we've got to remember that we're still having, you know, we're doing all right in the league. We've got a big game in the Scottish Cup next week, and our focus has to move on to that.
Obviously, plenty of penalties in the cup competitions, but not a lot during 90 minutes or 120
No,
minutes.
that's it. Well, Faddy's adamant that it was a handball. Honestly, I'm not really one for ranting and raving, and I couldn't see it. Faddy was closest to it. He thought it was a penalty. The ref never gave it. You move on. it's just, you're now starting to think, well, I'm 43 games I've been in charge here and I've not had a penalty yet. And I'm starting to, people say, oh, swings and roundabouts. Well, some size of roundabout ours is on because we didn't seem to be getting anything. So, you know, maybe we will get one day, but I'm not holding my breath.
43 games, maybe you'll get one every game.
Unbelievable, but listen, that's what it is. We're not relying on that penalty. That was just an incident that we felt the ref maybe got it wrong. There was also a wee bit, you know, I don't know if you've seen it, there was a bit, the fourth official didn't know the rules. We're both saying to me and the opposing manager are saying that we can bring on a fourth sub. He's telling us that we can't. We're both saying, well, we've done it in the last round. So we were actually stopped from making a sub in the first period of extra time until he clarified that rule. So that can't be right. You know, everybody's got to know the rules. And both managers seem to agree with the rules, but the officials didn't seem to know the same rules as us. Now, I get it, they're saying we've not seen a black and white rule that says you're allowed a fourth sub, but we possibly wanted to make a sub quicker and we were told that we weren't allowed, so I don't think that's right. It didn't affect the game. I'm just saying, you know, if we're going to introduce these things into the cup to try and make it a bit better for the fans and that, let's make sure that everybody knows the rules and we haven't got people thinking different things.
You said they touched there as well about next week in the Scottish Cup, so
Yeah,
obviously it's a big game.
It's a big game, we want to get through, you know, but Montrose are a good team. They're, I think we're the only team that's beat them in the last 6 or 7 games. The good thing is we've played against them, so it's no surprise what we're going up to see. And I think that should help the lads, that they know that the first half of Montrose was probably as poor as we've been all season. But we rescued it, you know, and I'm sure that, you know, we'll not be as slack as that in the first half again. But we're well aware we want to get through the cup for a multitude of reasons. We want to get through the cup because we want to win the game. We want to get through the cup because we want to try and get as far as we can. And we want to try and get through the cup to try and bring some money into the club, which in turn will hopefully help us strengthen the team in January. So loads and loads of reasons for us, but for the biggest thing for us as a group is, yes, it's on penalties, but we've got beat and we have to try and make sure that it's not 2 defeats in a row next week.
Bit of freshness here. How have you? I know obviously disappointment.
I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed the whole thing. The training at Palmerston yesterday, pre-match lunch there. Sorry, we came down. We got a wee touchy bonus. We came down on Burnley's team coach. Bit of luxury there. You know, it was just something that happened. It just sort of fell into our laps really. But the players enjoyed that. You know, they had their tables and leather chairs, and there's a bit of a kitchen there, so they could get a coffee and that. And so that was all good. And the club put us up in the hotel last night and food was great and we prepared properly. I think you can see that. So everything was right, great, but at the end of the day we got beat. Whether it's on penalties or not, we got beat, and that's what we've got to reflect on when we wake up in the morning. We're out the cup, you know, and it's important that, but we've got to try and look at the positives. I personally thought we played well today. I do, be quite honest with you, I tell you when, and I thought for the first 25-30 minutes we struggled a wee bit to get to grips with our shape, and for there on in I thought we were quite comfortable, and I thought for the second half on we were a better team. So, you know, TNS will be happy that they've managed to sort of keep us at bay and they've got through in penalties, and as I say, we wish them well. You know, it was a good game. I think for a 0-0 there was quite a lot of chances, and we wish them well, but for us, you know, it's about getting up the road, getting recovered, getting the proper food into the players, getting them recovered to go a game in a difficult game on Saturday.